phone call with a family member this morning, and family always takes precedence. Another beautiful day here in the desert with an excellent forecast of high temperatures coming down. It is nice to be alive in Nevada. Meg agrees. Got other people out here walking. Those are so cool, whatever they are. I'm sure they're not edible. One way to tell is see if the birds eat them, right? If nothing tries to eat something in the desert, you know it's not edible. Well, yesterday we had a gargantuan sized bug in our garden. Oh my goodness. And I caught it. I always get a little nervous with those bugs, but caught the bug and identified it as a fig eater, so I'm really glad we caught the bug. Good morning. Is that a baby? That's a puppy over there. Yeah, it's a baby. So yeah, we don't need any of those laying eggs in our yard, because one thing we have that grows really good is figs. And honestly, it would be really hard on my brain if I came out and my fig tree was covered with those nasty fig eater beetles. They're really pretty emerald green with it's kind of an orangish color too, but they were huge. Anyway, glad to rid ourselves of that creature. Got people out enjoying the park today. It's just a beautiful day. People with dogs. Actually, let's go this way. People with dogs just like us. Yeah. You want to go check out the water? Come on. This will be interesting. What do you think? What do you think about this? Hello. What do you think about this, huh? Do you want anything to do with that? No? That's pretty cool. I've actually run through that before, back when we were just visiting here and not living here, and I wanted to see if I could run, and it was hot, and I tell you what, that felt so good. There were kids playing in it, and I yelled, "Coming through!" I wasn't sure that they believed me, but they didn't mind. Oh look, adults have fun too. It's a beautiful day here. I'm happy to report we have some sweetness melons setting on, like 4 of them as of yesterday. I haven't been out in the backyard yet, but thanks for the thumbs up. I haven't been out in the backyard yet this morning. That's the next thing. We got to water the grow room. We do have the bubblers going in there now on low capacity just to make sure we don't flood anything. We're still working on that project of changing out the bubblers to the ones you get from Lowe's as opposed to Amazon. The one from Amazon, just don't go there. But yeah, I'm adding a little bit of water at some point as the temperatures cool. I probably won't need to add any water, but yesterday I fertilized. I fertilize everything once a week. It's really important for blooming plants that produce stuff, right? Actually, your lettuce will grow a lot better if you fertilize that every week too. Oh, look, cool, plantain. I didn't know if that would grow in the desert. Apparently, it'll grow in a lawn that gets lots of water, right? Plantain is supposed to have a lot of health benefits. I actually have seeds for that. That stuff grew wild in Alaska in the lawn. But yeah, I don't know. I try to add like 1 new herb a year, maybe 2. A lot depends on whether or not I get stuff to stay alive. I had feverfew going for a couple of years. And feverfew is a really cool plant because it's pretty. It actually looks attractive, but it's a natural NSAID, right? So you can make tea with it, and it actually will get rid of a nasty headache. Hey, Moses, welcome to the channel. Meg, come here, baby. Come here. There we go, I'll pet her for you. She loves to be petted. Thanks for joining us this morning. So yeah, I got a little watering to do when we get back, and some pruning as well. When we first moved into the house, we planted some Australian outbacks, and there was one that was called red rod emu and one that was called fairy floss emu. And the red rod emu didn't do well at all, but that fairy floss emu is almost like a small tree. And it puts pretty pink flowers on, and that will live with minimal water. Like if you didn't water it for a couple of weeks, it'd be just fine. So that's a great ornamental tree, shrub, large shrub to have. And it takes a few years to know it. Come on, baby. I know. Let's get over these rocks. There we go. We did it. It takes a few years to know how a tree or a perennial is going to look, right? Hey, Moses, you're welcome. You have a blessed day as well. Thanks so much for the cheer and the love on the channel. We appreciate it. But it takes about 3 years to have any idea at all how a perennial is going to look. And it's quite interesting. When we moved here in 2017, our nieces and nephews from the East Coast gave us an amaryllis bulb, and I planted it. And this year it actually divided into 3 plants. So I now have 3 amaryllis bulbs. They're pretty cool because every year they make, wow, that's pretty big. I think that's actually a chipmunk. I haven't seen a chipmunk here in a long time. I kind of feel like the round-tailed ground squirrels ran them off. So I'm actually very happy to see that little guy. It's kind of weird when a whole population of critters just disappear. So I'm happy to see my first chipmunk in like 2 or 3 years here. But yeah, the amaryllis, every year it puts on another flower head. And granted, they only bloom, in the spring, but at least here anyway, they may bloom at different times in different places, but it stays evergreen, and it just looks like a pretty, the blades of leaves are kind of like iris, right, but sturdier. So, I mean, they do flop over a little bit, so I do a little bit of pruning on them, but they actually look pretty good most of the year, so that's pretty awesome. I'm just not sure if I really want 3 of them, though. But the question is, can I find any other gardeners that want a perennial blooming bulb? I should just leave them there. Eventually they'll be gorgeous, right? So yeah, I need to do a little bit of pruning, and we're waiting for the temperatures to come down a little bit. We have a bougainvillea in the backyard that I want to move to the front yard because it's between our 2 pomegranates, which was fine when it was just 2 pomegranates and a bougainvillea, but one of the pomegranates receded. And if you know me, you know that I'd rather have a fruit-producing tree in my backyard than a flower. I have plenty of flowers for the bees, all the herbs that we grow, plus all the fruit trees. But yeah, my plan is to move that bougainvillea to the front yard and scoot the pomegranate that receded into the middle. Because pomegranates are wonderful here, and they're one of the things that do really good as long as your temperatures stay below 120. Last year when we had 5 days of 120, our pomegranates all split, but this year our pomegranates are looking great. We've tried one already. We're going to wait a little bit longer. And the coolest thing is some friends of ours from Alaska are coming to visit in October, and one of their family members has a house in Pahrump, and apparently they have a lot of pomegranates growing. So they've invited us out to help pick pomegranates, and they're being very generous. We get to keep some of those pomegranates, so I'm thrilled. Pomegranates are a superfood, and they're super delicious. Hey, leave me alone. Welcome to the channel. How you doing out there? Beautiful day here in the desert of southern Nevada. Just droning on about gardening, walking our dog, and life. Enjoying the day. Definitely getting nice here. We are off of our highs. It's a great time of the year to live here, which actually is most of the year. We have a pretty good climate here. And I'm pretty excited because the Farmer's Almanac is predicting a wetter winter, so that's awesome too. Oh, you have bad weather in the UK, but you couldn't be happier. Hey, as long as you're happy, that's what matters. Are you able to grow a garden year-round where you're at? Or do you get snow? I don't really know that much about the United Kingdom. Originally, I'm from Alaska. We used to start our garden plants indoors in a garage, and we'd start planting seeds in January and February, you know, things like peppers and tomatoes, and then, you know, as it got closer to summer, we'd start the squash, and because you couldn't really plant anything outside where we lived unless it was like Memorial Day weekend or, you know, first week of June, because you never know, it could frost there or freeze. We've actually had snow Memorial. Oh, we got somebody who's dancing on the walkway. I think we're gonna try to walk over here, give them a little space. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that they're exercising to music, you know, raising their heart rate by moving their arms, but it's kind of hard to say, right? An ounce of precaution is a good thing in this world. Oh, you never get snow, you get a lot of rain, so you probably can grow things like broccoli and cauliflower and spinach, lettuces. Whoops, there goes my hat. You don't want to lose that. There we go. Not a lot of sun, huh? Wow, we got the... I wonder what they're on. You know, maybe we should go this way, Meg. Come on. Come on. Conflict avoidance is smart anymore. We're just going to walk a different way. I don't need to deal with that this morning. One thing about walking here is I got 5 different ways to get home. And staying away from people that are kind of crazy looking is always a good plan. Most of the time, this neighborhood's pretty good, but there is an increasing homeless population in the Nevada area, including Henderson. And this has been a really nice neighborhood, but once in a while, you get somebody that's pretty deranged coming through here. So we'll just keep going. Crap. Come on, Meg. Sorry, excuse the language. You can't grow tomatoes. Okay, yeah, tomatoes like a little more heat and sunshine. Let's just walk a little faster, baby. And we're gonna go through a different way. Always carry pepper spray. That's a smart idea too. Although I think if somebody's on methamphetamines, it probably wouldn't work very well. Getting our cardio. Let's go this way. It's always a good thing to cut into an area where there's homes. There's a lady up here with a baby, I think, though. Let's just go say something to her. Hey, ma'am. Excuse me. I was just going to tell you that guy up there looks pretty strange. I wouldn't go. I'm going to go around him. Yeah. Come on, Meg. Come. All right, we did our civic duty. Now we duck into the neighborhood and take the long way back. Sorry, I haven't been able to look at my phone. Just trying to deal with your surroundings. Always pays to pay attention to your surroundings. Okay. What a good girl. Yep, had to warn that lady. It's all good. We ducked into a housing subdivision area, so walking in front of people's houses is usually pretty safe. As soon as I get in the shade, I'll look at my phone again. Apologize for not responding to the comments. And the good news is we shook the odd person, so we are back on our way. We'll take the long way home. All right, almost to the shadow where I can see my phone again. Yeah, I don't grow bananas here either. We can grow quite a few things here in the desert of southern Nevada. We have figs, we have grapefruit, lemon, pomegranates. Let's see what else. We added Malbec grapes this year to our yard and they seem very happy. I'm excited about that. We can grow tomatoes in the shade. If you put them out in the direct sunlight, they'll get fried. Lettuce you have to grow inside. I guess every place you live, you have something different you can grow. So for example, I really love berries in Alaska, but so far I haven't been able to grow any berries here. But that's just how it goes, right? Wherever you live, you grow what grows in your climate. And don't waste your time trying to grow stuff that doesn't grow in your climate, because you'll kill a lot of things. But it's a beautiful day. We've resumed the peaceful part of our walk, and we're just loving life today, and I hope everybody else is too. And have a blessed day. Thanks for walking with us today, and thanks for watching.